Hey guys, welcome to Comics 2814, and let's was an absolute killer opening segment to have on the show. Samoa Joe coming out in a suit, looking like an absolute kingpin of this company, already looking like the top heel. Stephanie McMahon treating him like a hero, Mick Foley treating him like he's absolute scum, and then to push on for the main event for the night, Roman Reigns comes out and goes, if you've signed for Raw, you take on the big dog. I don't like him calling himself a big dog, but it was a great opening segment. It gets a 3 out of 5. Truly a great match to come in the future. I will talk about that at the end of this review. Next up is Nia Jax versus Bayley. A bit of a twist of what happened a few weeks ago when Bayley took on Nia Jax. Nia Jax won with the help of Charlotte. Charlotte comes out, distracts Bayley. Nia Jax wins. Great match. It felt like a good NXT match, to be honest with you, and I've seen it a few times, but it still felt quite fresh and new, and people who aren't into the NXT scene got a really good match from both Nia Jax and Bayley and Charlotte coming out. It was a good match altogether. A 3 out of 5, absolutely fantastic. Pretty much the next matchup is probably the weakest one out of all the matches because it wasn't really a match. It was Braun Strowman take on 4 jobbers. It was an absolute joke of a match. Braun Strowman, I think, getting pushed for a title match one week, taking on jobbers the week after, just felt really poor. But what did save it a little bit was when he went backstage, talked to Mick Foley. Mick Foley just went, fine, if you want real competition, you got Roman Reigns at Fastlane. Do I agree with that matchup? I think it's going to be a good matchup. Those two have been having some in and off fights, and I think it could be a very good match. And it was Drew Gallas, I can't pronounce. It was a cruiserweight match. Tezma, I can't pronounce his name. I'm just gonna say it was a good, good main roster call up for the cruiserweights. It was okay, mediocre, but again, a 2 out of 5. Cruiserweight matches, it's become the match where I go down and make a cup of tea when they're on, and I hate to say that, but it has me. Goldberg. Now this is the bit which I really was excited about talking about. Goldberg challenges KO. My God, I've got to say that whole segment. Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, pretty much like, just turned out being a proper coward heel to Goldberg. Goldberg puts his own name on the list. I absolutely loved it. Goldberg's challenge to KO. Chris Jericho accepts him because he's scared of Goldberg. Worked. Absolutely fantastic segment. It gets a 4 out of 5. An absolute fantastic segment there. And it could lead up to, if Goldberg does win at Fastlane, that pretty much means Lesnar versus Goldberg will be a title match, which, end of the day, I'm looking forward to. The next one up was this was probably the second best match of the night, and it was really tough not to give it like even higher scores than I did. It was the Club versus Cesaro and Sheamus, with Enzo and Cass out on the ring watching the match. Absolutely fantastic. The Club, since they've won the titles, definitely got better for me in the ring performances. Cesaro and Sheamus, absolutely, again killing it in this tag team which they've got, and I do love. I think Cesaro is absolutely probably one of the most technical, best wrestlers in that company. You got Enzo and Cass as well. Anytime they're on, the crowds are going to go mental for them. Just a brilliant match. It got a 3.5 out of 5. Just absolutely fantastic. I can't talk any higher. If they're going to do a triple threat match for the tag team Raw titles, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think that would be an absolute fantastic idea for WWE Raw. Next up is it's pretty much another tag team match. It was the New Day versus the Shining Stars. Shining Stars coming out. New Day just kind of trying to bury him a little bit, like, well, your timeshares don't actually exist. But we sell real stuff called Booty-Yo's. Bit of a shame. I didn't find that, the way they tried to talk down to the Shining Stars. Shining Stars have gotten, in recent weeks, every time I see them, they are getting better. They feel a little bit more competitive in this tag team division. They're not up there yet with the others, other teams, but they're getting there, getting themselves over a little bit more as heels, and they are working better. New Day just feel a little bit more like jerks right now. They haven't really had anything since they've lost the tag team division, the Raw tag team belts, and it just feels like WWE don't really know what to do with them right now. Hopefully they will find something, because like the New Day said on their documentary on the 24 special on the Dallas WrestleMania, they're one of the leading sellers of merchandise in the company. So if they don't know what to do with them soon, they could lose a lot of momentum in the WWE universe. Next up was Jericho versus Sami Zayn, an absolute technical match at its best. Chris Jericho coming off absolutely fantastic. Oh, by the way, the New Day versus the Shining Stars, 2 out of 5. Forgot to say that, but I'm putting it in now. Sorry, I'm not going to edit that because I can't be bothered. Back to Jericho versus Sami Zayn, 3.5, 3 out of 5. Absolutely great technical match. Kevin Owens getting involved, super kicking Sami Zayn in the face. Referee doesn't see it. Jericho wins. Absolutely brilliant. Great heel match. Great heel team work again. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho just looking strong every time they're up together. I'm looking forward to when they do break up this friendship, because it's going to be an absolutely fantastic feud between the two, I think. Then you had, probably for the first time ever, I'm going to say this, for the first time ever, you had a proper cruiserweight match. Unfortunately, it was a 3-on-3 tag team match. The heels versus the faces. What did I make out of this match? It was pretty. For me, it's got higher marks because it lasted longer than any cruiserweight match on Raw for a long time. Curtis Alexander won the match. Neville walked out of the match. He felt like a true heel champion. Like, if we're not winning, guys, you guys aren't doing your bit, then I'm gonna just walk out. He felt like a proper heel champion. It gets a 4 out of 5. Yes, I'm giving a cruiserweight match best marks of matches tonight, because it felt like a proper cruise. And it doesn't have to be the best match of the night for it to get. It just needs to make it entertaining, and it truly did that night. And then Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns, final match of the night. It gets a 3 out of 5, but I just want to talk about it really quickly. Absolutely brilliant way of booking Samoa Joe. Not making Roman look weak, but making Samoa Joe look still like a true champ. What they did is, pretty much Samoa Joe comes out, takes Roman out pretty much before the match starts, attacks him. Then they start the match. Roman starts getting more momentum, people start booing, and then finish the match off. Braun Strowman comes out and takes out Roman Reigns. Good way. Doesn't make Roman look weak, because he's already been taken out once. Then he gets attacked by Braun Strowman, probably the most scariest man in Raw. And then Samoa Joe wins. It's absolutely fantastic. I loved it. It makes Samoa Joe look like a strong heel to come into the Raw division. Like I said, a 3 out of 5. Absolutely fantastic. Overall, Raw was a good episode this week. I felt it was strong. It felt like it's building up for Fastlane. So Raw gets an 8 out of 10. absolutely brilliant. I'm looking forward to next week in Vegas. So that's my review of Raw. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Boise88, and I'll be back with soon, because I'm doing these reviews all in one day and my prediction video. I'll be back uploading my SmackDown review very soon. So I'll see you guys next time on Raw Reviews.